Stephen Jackson.
Morning.
Morning.
Brook Lopez.
With the green
He was
and the
feeling
balls
it.
tied. Look at it.
Stephen, what was the biggest reason for Toronto's loss?
Brook Lopez. The way he played. I mean, if Brook Lopez played like that and Kyle Lowry gets 30 and you don't win, you're in trouble. I understand. I think Kawhi ran out of gas. He was gassed by the third quarter. If you look at the third quarter, he had his hands on his knees. He was breathing hard. He extended a lot of energy in that last series, especially Game 7. I think he'll play different next game, but last night he was gassed, and Milwaukee supporting cast was more solid. They took care of the ball better. They made better plays. They shared the ball better. I think Kawhi has to get away from that I got to do it myself attitude like he had against Philadelphia and pass it to those open guys. Siakam can have a good series. He played well last night. He missed Danny Green a lot. Danny Green can't really get his shot off. So when he's spotted up wide open, you have to get him the ball because that's the only shots he's going to make. Right. Kawhi made a lot of bad plays that night. He wasn't focused. But when you have Kyle Lowry play like that and you lose, that's not a good sign.
Well, I want to give credit to Milwaukee's defense because I thought outside of the first quarter, they played extremely well. They held Toronto to 28% shooting in the second half, and only Kyle Lowry shot 50% or better for the entirety of the ball game. You know, Kawhi is playing a lot of minutes, Skip. He's having to expend an awful lot, but this is what we expect from the superstars. I mean, he averaged 34 points in the regular season, minutes per game. He's up at 38 now, and he's asked to do a lot because you expect your superstars to do a lot. They've turned him into a volume shooter, and it's not easy. And I heard Kobe talking, Allen Iverson. They was like, you think it's easy to get up 30 shots?
Not at all.
You think it's easy to get up 40 shots? It's not easy. It expends a lot of energy, causes you to expend a lot of energy, and he has to exert a lot of energy on the defensive end.
Right.
So they're taxing him, throwing a lot of different bodies at him. Chris Middleton, and then Brook Lopez comes to help, and then Giannis, and then here come Ilyasova. And all these Mirotic. Also, he got a lot of big bodies, these trees. They're a long team. But old Kawhi, I ain't worried about him. But you know what, Skip? Give me one more second, Stack. You know, he's trying to keep perpetuating this myth that, sure enough, Kawhi is playing bad in the fourth quarter. In the fourth quarter against Philly, he had 50 points in 47 minutes on 55% shooting. Now, I don't know, Stex, I didn't play. You
Can't
played
get too much better than that.
Is that pretty good?
That's
You want me
pretty
to
good.
start detailing what really happened?
I don't want you to detail nothing. I want you to go ahead.
You tried to do some big overview stat to hide all the deficiencies.
I just want you to go ahead and
'cause
make
there
your
were
point.
lots of deficiencies going on in fourth quarters.
Oh, yes.
And I've told you again and again, you cannot trust this guy in fourth quarters, big fourth quarters with game on the line. And I'm sorry, I'm not going to give you gassed. I just can't. I hear you. I know he's playing minutes. They had 3 days off to get ready for Game 1. A lot of teams are propelled by winning a Game 7. Your energy is so high it just carries you into Game 1. But they had it both ways. You could say they were propelled and they got to rest for 3 days. So does he need to take Game 2 off because he just needs a rest?
Stop it. You know better than taking no games off in the playoffs.
Okay. All right. Well, then, to me, if we want to, you brought up Michael Jordan in the same context. Michael Jordan, you couldn't have gotten him to sit for 3 minutes with that game on the line of the fourth quarter, and number 2 did sit for 3 minutes.
So are you telling me Michael played all 48 minutes?
No, but in a game like that, when he smelled blood, if they had a 7-point lead on the road of Game 1, he's just looking at Phil Jackson like, again, Michael took himself in and out of games when he felt like it, but he would just say, no, I'm playing. I'm going to play all 12 of this because we're going to get this one home. We're going to, quote, unquote, steal Game 1. Because it looked like for 3 quarters, Toronto wasn't just stealing it. They were just flat out winning Game 1. And when Siakam bombed the 3 at the third quarter buzzer, I'm just saying, they got this. Here they go. And they got from Kyle Lowry in the fourth quarter, they got 14 points. He made 3 threes just in the fourth quarter. That should be enough help to get you home. But your guy that you say, you declared yesterday, he's better than Giannis. He's the best two-way player in basketball. He's the MVP of the playoffs. He's got to come up big in the fourth quarter, just big enough to get you home with a 7-point lead. It's up to him. Is he not the best player on the floor? That's what you told me. Okay? He can't go 0 for 3. He can't go no baskets in the fourth quarter.
But everybody
it's not good enough.
Skip,
It's not good enough.
Everybody was over except Kyle Lowry. They shot 5 of 22.
Don't put
Kyle
him on the other
Lowry
one.
made them all.
Okay, but he got help. He got
Where?
unexpected help because usually it's Kyle Lowry who comes up small in the fourth quarter.
Right.
He gave you 14 points.
Marcus
That should
Gasol was
be
nowhere to be
enough.
found.
I'm sorry. It's plenty of help.
But see, Giannis was 1 of 3. He had 3 points. But look what Brook Lopez had 13.
Yeah.
Mirotic had 7. They got another 5 from Chris Middleton. So now the supporting cast, which I told you yesterday, Skip Bayless, Kawhi is the better of the players. But he does not have the better of the supporting cast. That's fact.
He has the much more experienced supporting cast. He has the
That
much
just means
more
they're older.
decorated.
They're just older.
Decorated.
That's all experience is older.
All the all-star teams belong to his side, to number 2's side, because Lowry's been to 3, right? What's Gasol? Is he 5-time all-star and 1-time defensive player of the year? You don't think this is high experience? Danny Green's played 124 playoff games. Siakam, 121 playoff games. That's huge experience. That's even more than you had, right? I don't think you played in that many playoff games.
Nope.
So you've got it all on your side. That's the team. But
the difference is he didn't play in a whole bunch of them, but he played good in all of them.
Okay.
So what good is a playing in all them games if you ain't doing much but middling around? I'm on the team.
all those guys are looking to number 2 to take us home. And he comes up empty in the fourth quarter. He makes 2 free throws, and he gets blocked twice by Brook Lopez. How can you do that?
Brook Lopez is 7 foot tall.
I got to see him again. It's Brook
You don't gotta see
Lopez.
him.
You know why he got blocked? Because a lot of those same plays that Giannis was getting when he was driving, Giannis was kicking it.
Yeah, here we go.
Kawhi was forcing a lot of stuff last night.
Whoops.
Yeah, he was forcing a lot of stuff. He had Danny Green. On another shot, he had Danny Green wide open in the corner, and he tried to force it.
No, Danny
Here's
Green was
another.
walking back down.
Try
the
this
court.
one.
Look,
Who you gonna pass it to?
go to the corner, Siakam in the corner.
Huh.
Back, KCC over there. You making it seem like that's LeBron. Only LeBron know where everybody's stationed
Look
at.
at this. Look at this.
He was ready.
Only
Love
LeBron
this.
know where everybody's stationed
I
at.
liked it, too.
But Skip,
He just took the ball right out of his hand.
Kawhi made bad plays last night.
on.
he did.
Is that the fatigue?
Fatigue's definitely a big part of
He
it.
played bad. But Brook Lopez had 27 points in 5 games against the Celtics. He had 29 last night. Are we going to anticipate Brook Lopez going to get us?
Not at all. Not at
But
all.
it happens. You know what happens? Are you going to anticipate Kyle Lowry's going to score 14 in the fourth quarter?
You
You won't.
just said he was an all-star.
Yeah,
Shouldn't we
he was.
expect that?
Yeah.
Oh, but we don't.
Right.
Because remember the last 2 years he got swept up out the playoffs. You remember that?
Huh.
Number 1 seed.
Well,
Swept.
Brook Lopez makes $3.4 million.
Okay.
He's like bargain basement.
Yes.
Yeah, we'll take a shot with you.
Yeah.
And you got that out of him, okay?
Got that. The playoff career high. How long has he been in the league? And that's the most points he's ever scored in the playoffs. He scored 2 more points in 1 game than he scored in 5 games.
But if I got to deal with the tallest guy on the court out there shooting half-court threes, I deal with that.
Exactly.
I deal with
I mean,
that.
look where he was later. He thought he was Steph Curry.
Right.
Okay, but if number 2 turned up the heat on them and started line driving in 4 or 5 jump shots,
Yeah.
you watch Brook Lopez shrink out there
Yeah.
at the three-point line because he was front running.
He don't line
He
drive.
was like he was Steph Curry last
Yeah,
night.
he was.
Right?
But don't worry about it. Oh, sure enough will be right. He gonna get that hair braided. He get the hair plaited right.
Yeah.
You got to stay loose right now.
I think Coach Bud did a great job too on the game plan they came out with against them. He knew Kawhi. He knows Kawhi well, and he knew Kawhi was going to try to force a lot of stuff, and they stayed on top of him and made him turn the ball over a lot early.
Yeah, that defense. But Milwaukee is a long team.
Yes. Very
you know
long
what's
team.
funny? They did not try to force the ball out of his hands.
Not at
they
all.
had single defenders on the perimeter, but obviously Brook's going to stay home, or Giannis is going to stay home.
Yeah.
Once you try to
Once he
drive in
turns
the
the
lane,
corner, he's
there's
right
going to
there,
be
yeah.
long arms.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Okay. Yeah.
He got something for you.
You got to make the right play though.
Yeah. But see, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now you want him to make the right play, huh, Skip? Because when LeBron make the right play all the time, if you're that guy, you shoot that shot. The right play. Kawhi says, I got to shoot the shot because Skip tells me I'm a superstar. And superstars shoot.
But we're talking about with the game on the line, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah.
You got to take the shot to get to the free throw line. Am I right?
No, he let that
Get to
go.
the free throw line.
Trajectory,
You know.
arc, angle.
One thing I'll give number 2, he's been making his free throws.
Yes.
He did miss 4 in the fourth quarter at Philadelphia, but that's
When?
okay. In game 3, when he missed, this game 4.
Game,
Missed 4 in the fourth quarter.
let y'all feel good, but wanted to make y'all feel good about yourself.
Yeah.
And then what happened?
Well, he didn't happen last night.
39. Didn't he drop 41? If I'm not mistaken, that's the third most points ever scored in a playoff series, behind Kareem's 260, Michael Jordan's 246, and then Kawhi had 243 and LeBron pulling up with 241.
That's his only game he can play like this, though, against this team. He got to bounce back. He got to bounce back before the big game 2. And Milwaukee was ready for this game 1. They lost that game 1 against Boston. They was really focused on winning this game.
But he better get some help from the supporting cast.
Yes, sir.
Siakam can't go 6 or 20.
Did your researcher, your Sean McVay, your puppet master, did he tell you that in Game 3 against Philly that number 2 was 0 for 2 from the field, didn't score a field goal? Did he tell you about Game 4 when he missed 4 free throws and had 2 late turnovers? Did he tell you about Game 6 when he took only 1 shot in the fourth quarter? I don't know.
He did all that.
That guy?
You know what, Stacks? He did all that. And guess where he playing right now? In the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, but they're going to be out of there quick if he don't start making the right plays. He can't force some shots against Milwaukee.
They're not a better team. He can make all the right plays. And Milwaukee winning this series. How about that, Skip Bayless?
Quick turnaround. Game 2 tomorrow night.
Know, I don't know. You got 2 sides of your mouth that are going. One side says Milwaukee's going to win easily, and the other side says, but Toronto's got by far the best player.
It is. It's
hold up. I thought basketball was a team game.
It definitely is.
So, hold on. So are you telling me LeBron James was not the best player when he lost to Golden State? But we're seeing without your guy.
Oh,
you do know. You see, he's not there.
Yeah,
and Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are doing just quite well. So LeBron was supposed to beat KD, Steph, Klay, and Draymond. That's what he was supposed to beat.
Can't do it all.
Stop it.
Can't do it all.
Michael Jordan was a one-man show.
Stop it.
Yep, one-man show.
All I know is he got swept. His first 3 playoff appearances, he got swept until he got Scottie Pippen.
No.